love them, but they're a little bit out of most people's price range. So this year we have the import Soltero. Yeah, that was smooth. This is called a Soltero Standard.
Yeah.
These are Korean made, and I got to tell you, I love black Solteros. I mean, my favorite guitar, believe it or not, is a black Soltero. Yeah. And we still do the satin nickel hardware. They got the V-necks, which everybody loves. The same thing.
Yeah, everybody says it really adds a lot to the comfort of playing.
Same neck profile. It's on our $5,000 Soltero. Push-pull knobs, which are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we'll push them and pull them again. And these you can pull off. But anyways, this is real exciting. This is going to be a big.
I like this part of the guitar. Somebody was saying this is like the cleavage of the guitar.
Yeah. Actually, when I first designed this, one of our John Pohl said to me, "Hey, that's the first guitar with cleavage."
Yes, it very much so is. Yeah. I was wondering why I was getting excited. Why am I feeling so excited standing next to this guitar?
About as excited as I was to design it. No, same. Here's a flame. Look at the top on that thing.
Gorgeous.
Still, a lot of attention to detail. Another thing we're doing on Solteros this year, we're going to all pearl.
Yeah.
And pearl logos. So that's new. See the back of the guitar.
That's amazing.
So yeah, this is and you can see if Jason pans up to the price. I mean Emmett. These will street at about $650, which is a lot of guitar for that money.
Yeah. Wow. This one over here is beautiful.
Yeah, this is the Leslie West model, by the way.
Okay.
Which is basically, the Soltero body style in his configuration with Leslie's pickup in it.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool. And this is also new at this show.
Okay.
Something that's been out a little bit is the Soltero SL. These guitars are made in Japan. We originally started building these in Japan for the Japanese market.
Yeah. So how's Dean doing over in Japan?
Yeah, Dean's doing very well over in Japan.
I'm sure they love it.
Yeah, I was over there last summer and not only pumping up the sales, but also getting this line in production.
So tell me if I'm correct. I heard that Dean guitar is being distributed in over 60 countries. Is that right?
Something like that. Last I counted was 55 countries. It could be 60.
That's amazing. You guys have really blown up. So now, when you first started Dean, did you have any idea it was going to get to this?
That's what you hope for.
Yeah?
Right,
wow.
yeah.
I mean, because it is huge.
I always kind of thought big.
Yeah? Well, that's what you got to do.
Right. If you think, it's a good start. But really, it was based on the guitar. Really, my focus was not building a big company. It was really building a quality guitar, right, and a guitar that people would want to play and want to take out on stage. And that was really the basis.
Now, who was your first huge rock star, so to speak, that started playing Dean?
Well, the first endorser of a Dean guitar was actually Kerry Livgren of the band Kansas. He started in 1977 or 78. He really bought like the 13th Dean guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we, like right out of the box, we had at least somebody with some notoriety. They had just done that song, Wayward Son. They were huge. And right out of the box,
And this is in 77?
1970, could have been 78.
So you had only been around for like a year, pretty much.
Right. Like I say, he bought the 13th Dean guitar, and he was out touring with it. And then we got a lot of guys, I mean, the Doobie Brothers, the Cars, bands like Heart.
ZZ Top.
Then ZZ Top came along. That was huge for us. We made the fur guitars that spun and gave us a ton of notoriety. So, and then it just kept growing. We had Def Leppard, Iron Maiden.
LA Guns.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and even guys like, there's old pictures of Randy Rhoads with Dean guitars.
That's
and
right.
Van Halen with Dean guitars. We had Sammy Hagar in his heyday. Yeah. I Can't Drive 55.
Vince Neil.
God, you got better recall than I do. Yeah. So.
Well, that's amazing because, obviously when you first started the company, you were coming from a perspective of, I want to build a really beautiful, amazing guitar with great sound, great playability, great looks. But then to create something and see it in its form, you're like, wow, that's an amazing guitar. But then to start seeing it like in music videos and in magazines and stuff like that, I bet that just had to be amazing.
Yeah, well, as soon as you get part of pop culture, I mean, I don't know if you might be a little young for this, but it used to be the California Raisins.
Oh, you're kidding.
They played Dean guitars. In the cartoons, they were playing Dean guitars. But no, it's a huge thing when you your brand actually gets, into culture.
Yeah.
That's when you kind of feel like you've done something.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I said, it was all born out of all I wanted to do was make guitars that sounded great, played great, looked great, stage guitars that the rockers would want to play.
Absolutely. Wow.
We could go on, but this is, anyways. Oh, let's talk about this, the SL. Anyways, these were originally made for the Japanese market. Then there got to be a pretty huge demand for these in the United States, and we sell a lot of these in Europe. So it's a little bit more affordable than our USA guitars.
Now I understand that also when you guys first started out, you had a lot of guitars made in Czechoslovakia.
We did do some in Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
That was kind of a short-lived project, but
right.
Those guitars are kind of sought after by a certain segment of Dean collectors. Yeah.